genuine smile and stuff from Maria. And to go through and say, Maria, come back here. And sign a letter. No charge for that. There was no fee. That was just...
Hi everyone, March is Colorectal Cancer Awareness Month, and this month is very important to me. I lost my mother to this exact disease when she was only 52 years old, and now I'm determined to help fund research to stop it. That's why I created the Peggy Prescott Award with Stand Up to Cancer in honor of my mother and to help fund a talented early career scientist, and that's why I'm here to announce Dr. Karen Pelkel is our winner. Congratulations and thank you for being a part of this change. Being a contributor to innovative research is so empowering, and now I'm asking you to help join me. I've created a Facebook fundraiser to help fund next year's Peggy Prescott Award, and we need your help and generosity. Go donate now to help create more long-time cancer survivors. Thank you. Hi everyone, March is Colorectal Cancer Awareness Month, and this month is very important to me.
Mark Holmes here, and as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Jobu Sports Report. Without you guys, this literally does not work. Sorry, I'm a little out of sync. You know, it's kind of hard for a brother here. I was actually on the road, so I ended up taking the whole studio apart and then putting it back together. And I hear you talking, but I'm not talking. It's like I got 3 videos playing in the background.
It's a Converse ad.
Okay, I bet you I know what's going on. Boom. Let me make sure. Boom, boom, boom. Hopefully that just took care of it. Let's get rid of that one. Okay. Hopefully I just got that squared away. And it's only me talking now. Anything else? Do we have anybody else going on right now? So, guys, you know, sometimes I screw this stuff up, but, you know, hey, it is what it is. What an incredible weekend it was to see Dak Prescott this weekend. Here's what we're going to do, or what we're doing. First of all, thank God that Michael Irvin is cancer-free. He got great news and everything else, and I wish I had gotten there in time that I could have gone through and talked to the playmaker and said, I'm happy for you. But there are a lot of people out there who do have cancer and a lot of people who don't know that they have cancer. You guys know that I ended up doing basically my colonoscopy. As soon as I woke up, I was right there with you guys basically saying, you know, get this thing done, because cancer is a mother. And Dak Prescott, like he's talking about, his stand up for cancer. Now, here's what we have been doing. We got this signed yesterday by Dak Prescott, my quarterback, yesterday, specifically for his charity. Dak Prescott, stand up for cancer. If you go to Dak Prescott's Facebook page, Stand Up to Cancer, okay, and make a donation. If you're already a Facebook friend of mine, it will show up. In fact, let me and shout out to the Dallas Informer, who also shared my video last night and shared the link on it. But share the link, invite your friends and everything else. But anybody who makes a donation, what we're going to do next Monday night, because Dak is at 9,000, the goal is 10,000. I want to see us bust through. If you make a donation, we're going to go ahead and do a drawing specifically for everybody who's a Jobu Sports Report fan that made a donation for it. We're going to draw for the shirt. And so far, and if I've missed you, please send me an email or a Facebook message and say, hey, Mark, I did it too. And if you're already a Facebook friend, I can actually show you your picture. But we got Ray Salas, and if I mess your name up, understand I'm a name butcher, okay? Miss Jackie, of course. Miss Jackie takes care of business, you know, for everything. I couldn't make it without Miss Jackie. Mark Sampson all the way in England. Lee Sable. Joseph Hardley. Joseph, oh, my man. Prayers for Joseph and his wife. His wife, Maya, has been ill. Fortunately, she's getting out of the hospital and doing a whole lot better, but still, keep them in your prayers as well as anybody else that's feeling under the weather. Anthony Paskevich, okay, I know I butchered that one up. Guillermo Madalo, okay, I definitely butchered that one up. Buck Payton, Derek Jones, Michael Jacks, Daniel Bowman, Richard Yancey, Bruce Durham, and Mario A. Tavaski. Okay, so all of you guys are all entered into the drawing that we'll do Monday night for this. if you want to be part of this, make a donation. I don't care if it's $2, $5, $10, whatever. Just make a donation and send me a message and say, hey, Mark, I donated to Dak Prescott, because we want to definitely get him over $10,000 on that. And for all those who signed the shirt, and I wish I'd had more time to have gotten more people onto it, but shout out to Law Nation, who gave me the idea, and he said, man, you should take your Power of 4 shirt and send it around, get fans to sign it. I tried to get everybody's name that sent me a message and everything on there, but believe me, it was incredible. Now, when we went there yesterday, I got joked, which is not unusual. I always get joked, because I had this cell phone camera that I use for my live stream, and I had my regular one, because I wanted to make sure I captured this thing all the way around. And my homeboy, E2 Blue, I gave him this one, the Galaxy S9. I said, record the whole thing, and then I'm, of course, going to do the Jobu Sports Report one on there, because we ended up carrying on a great conversation with him, because I explained to him what the Power 4 meant. And that was really, really cool, because I said, Power 4 we made specifically for you, Dak. Understand, because of your mother's birthday, the number 4. You're being a 4th round draft pick. Your number 4. Your 4th season in which you're going to win the Super Bowl. Redskins highlight. What's up, Redskin Archery? Okay, same fan, just change the name. You know, I know there's a lot of Redskin fans out there that are changing their name, and a lot of them are wearing their bags over their head, too. So I can understand that, Redskins highlight. I appreciate that. Are you doing Redskins highlights? If you are, let me know, man. We'll get you on the show. Or it should be maybe Redskin lowlights. Just a thought. Just a thought. So as I explained it all, he's like, wow. He said, I like that. All that? I said, yeah, man, it's the Power of 4. So I gave him a shirt. Hopefully, maybe he'll wear it. I don't know. We'll see. And I also got him the shirt that we signed for him. I was kind of mad at E2 Blue, because he didn't get the video and things. And Maria put a foot in my ass and said, go apologize to him. You're being mean. And she's right. You got to spread the mojo, okay? So I apologized to him and things. But lo and behold, my number 1 son, my only son, ended up getting his own video. So Michael Anthony Fitness, check out his channel. Definitely check out the videos and everything else. He is the AAF, person. He can tell you anything about everybody on the AAF. But he caught this video yesterday. This was from a different angle, and this is different than what I'm has been around from D.C. to Louisiana to Dallas to San Antonio to Tombstone, and Wyatt Earp even signed it. And of course, some of your friends from Lake Charles and their
Yeah, no, I see it all up there. That's sweet, brother.
So
that's awesome. God bless y'all. Appreciate it.
Definitely.
Then we go
Did you
get Jobu.
get Jobu real quick?
We have to get the other one signed too.
Perfect.
Get this one right here.
Yeah.
And then we are done.
Thank you. Name on. Yep.
That's my quarterback. That's my teammate. And if you say anything about him, it's not fair.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it, family.
Okay, so that's my quarterback, Dak Prescott. You gotta love that. So that is this shirt right here that he autographed, and we will be giving that away next Monday. And I honestly can't wait. Okay, so back to the other business that we got to deal with. Everybody who's done super chats, we've been doing stuff to help raise money for the channel and things, so we can do things like the autograph signings and the giveaways and things like that. So let me get everybody who donated on my live streams during the day, as well as on Friday. We got Carol. We got Thomas Garrett. Damn it, Carol. We got Gene Martz. We got B. Drizzle. We got Daryl Bradbury. We got Sal Hernandez. We got Chaz Jewell. We got DT. We got Cold Milk. We got Jeff Dayu. We got Junebug. We got Brian from SoCal. We got Raymond Walker. Raymond Walker. Damn it, Carol. H. Flores. Felix Esarolo. Okay, I screwed that one up. Sorry. Stello 300. Stello 300. P.L. Stafford. We got Junebug. We got Kevin Hansen. We got Q Childs. And Philly 500. What the hell? Philly 500. Damn. And we got Carol. Damn it, Carol. Okay. So shout out to everybody who, which video is that? Damn it, Carol. All right, so Carol is hitting us up on here. All right, so now that we've all caught up with business and everything, one other thing to do here, I gave a shout out to my man Joseph Hartley. Joseph makes like every week Christmas here because he sends me all kinds of stuff, and that's where we get a lot of the stuff that we end up giving away. And if this is what I think it is, this is incredible. Nope, this is something different. Oh my God. Joseph. Wow. Not sure about the number. Hold on. Oh, there it is. Oh, there it is. There it is. There it is. There it is. All right, check this out. This is Richard Normus. Thank you very much. And thank you for going to Dak Prescott's Power 4. Put you on the list. And I still have to send you your piece. I just haven't had a chance to. All right, so check this out. This is, let's change up cameras here. This is really cool. Joseph Hartley is Wyatt Earp at Tombstone. This right here, I got two of them. One's mine, and one is Michael Anthony Fitness's. It is. I found these two Morgan Stanley silver dollars under a sidewalk area being replaced at Tombstone. Doc Holliday was with me, and we were about 12 years ago now, and I hope you enjoy them. So these were in Tombstone, dropped into the cement. These are from 1880. That is freaking incredible. So we have Tony Romo. I see Roy Williams. I see DeMarcus Ware. Oh, wow. Farewell to Texas Stadium coins. Wow. Look at this. Can you guys see that? Oh, my goodness. Coin collection. You know what? We're going to go ahead. The giveaway for tonight is going to be actually for this. This is, I'm going to hold on to one of these, if you don't mind. If you don't mind, Joseph, I'm going to hold on to one of these. But this is what we'll do for our drawing tonight. So anybody who does a super chat or who has done a super chat in March, you all are entered into the drawings for this. So let me get you Richard Normus. There we go. So thank you everybody who has done so much to help the channel. We'll do the auction, the drawing for that later on. How you doing, Miss Jackie? I see Cardrick Nix. I see Jose Lopez. I see TJ Brown. I see Justin Quarles. Sorry, I haven't gotten any Dallas Cowboy news because we're just kind of living the dream here and going through with Dak Prescott, my quarterback. Here's another interesting piece, and before I get to that too, the Cowboys are starting to do their team visits. They can have 30 visits. Wow. Oh, geez. Joseph Hartley. He is 100% right. How could I forget to turn on the football gods? Jeez. Okay. Joseph Hartley, thank you very much for the super chat. Okay, so the team is allowed to do 30 visits of potential draft picks. And thus far, they brought in tight ends, they brought in wide receivers, and they brought in safeties galore. They brought in Juan Thornhill from UVA. They brought Taylor Rapp from Washington. They brought Jonathan Abrams from Mississippi State. And they brought in Chancey Gardner-Johnson from Florida. And so they are definitely Javion 87. Thank you very much. What do I think about D-Law turning down? I didn't hear that he turned down $80 million guaranteed. I'd be surprised if he turned down $80 million guaranteed. But then again, if that was the total amount, he might be looking for, hey, it's great to have that much guaranteed. But I want to have a bigger contract on there. Personally, I'd love to have $80 million. So, but hey, I don't know. The bad thing is in the end, he'll get a deal done. Right now, you've got a lot of bad vibes that are going on. The fans are turning against him when I'm not sure we should turn against him. It seems like whenever there is a big contract negotiation, you think about Des Bryant, how fans were, really more against the team than they were Des Bryant. More of it was like, pay the man, pay the man. The team was more of, let's not pay the guy. I just want them to get this thing done. I know some people look at Robert Quinn signing and say, oh, well, they signed him to put pressure on DeMarcus Lawrence to get him to sign, but I don't look at it that way. I look at what the Dallas Cowboys have done. See, they are learning a new thing as far as dealing with football. You see the Redskins go out and they end up getting Landon Collins, $84 million contract. Okay, of course, look at the guaranteed money. I can't remember the guarantee amount off the top of my head, but you look at that as a long-term contract. And they're still in the middle of Josh Norman's contract. Josh Norman's contract is still, killing them. You look at Alex Smith's contract. He's not even playing, and it's killing them. The guys we signed are aging veterans, but because they've been able to sign them to one-year deals, and we look at it and say we gave up a 6th-round draft pick. Here's the great thing. If it ends up being he doesn't play worth crap, you let him go. And it's probably, before the incentives, I think $7 million. Kind of like what we ended up having with Greg Hardy. But there's no long-term pain. If he plays well, let's say he gets 8 or 9 sacks, or he goes to the Pro Bowl, and you let him go, guess what? You're going to get a compensatory pick. You might get a 5th or 4th, or if he plays really good, a 3rd. So that is something that New England has always done. New England's not great at drafting their first-round players, but they are fantastic later in the draft. You see where they got, of course, Tom Brady, and a lot of their players they have found downstream. And they realize, Richard Normus, trade D-Law to the 49ers and draft Bosa. Thoughts? I don't know that you get a first-round pick these days. But, Khalil Mack, I think, is on a different level than DeMarcus Lawrence. And I still am amazed at that deal that they were able to pull off. So I don't know that you end up getting that deal, Richard. I say you're better off signing. But if you can't get a first and something else, by all means, go for it. Our second-round pick and our first pick have to be a safety. I won't go there quite yet, because here's the thing you have to, in my mind, what I always feel, and anybody who's watched me for any length of time understands where I come from, because I played defensive line. Because when you look at the Dallas Cowboys, It's a shame that the Cowboys realized how important the offensive line was until Tony Romo's career was pretty much done. If we had had that Great Wall of Dallas in, say, 2008, 2009, Tariq Hill, thank you very much for the super chat. That's a good question, Tariq Hill. I think it's one of those things that they have not been doing that since, in the first round at least, since Morris Claiborne. Unless it's somebody that they feel is going to get them a Super Bowl, I don't know that they trade up in the draft that far. They might move a couple spaces if they think there's a guy there that they really like, but I'm not sure that they do make a major move to get into the first round. But you never know. And here's the thing with the Cowboys.
Yes, they trade DeMarcus Lawrence.
Yeah, it's
interesting. Get number one.
Well, okay, and that's where somebody was saying trade him with the 49ers and try and get their number one and try and draft both. So it's like, okay, if you can do that, great.
Joseph hardly was in my live stream.
Well, Joseph sent us. There you go.
I did it for me after he live stream.
Okay, and we also.
I like those.
Okay, so anyway, Cowboys fan 73, how you doing tonight? So, for me, I believe in the defensive line. If you get DeMarcus Lawrence on that side, you get Robert Quinn on that side, who's going to get single coverage. Well, one of them's going to get single coverage, depending on who's playing better. Okay? One of those guys are going to get free. And I actually like the rotation because Tyrone Crawford, after he got his shoulder worked on the year before, has stayed healthy and has been very, very productive. And I know when you look at the numbers, you see 3 or 4 sacks from the defensive tackle. You say, oh, well, that's nothing. Understand that a defensive tackle's job is not to make the sacks. His job is not to make the tackles. His job, first and foremost, is to occupy space, to keep from the offensive line from getting a push, and keep the guards from getting to that second level and getting to the linebackers. The defense is designed for the linebackers to make the plays. And last year, because of an Antoine Woods, because of a Collins in there, because of a Tyrone Crawford in there, they occupied the offensive line so the guards weren't hitting Jalen Smith and Van Der Esch. And if you get those guys having free reign of being able to look into the backfield and see where the flow is going, and are able to scrape, you're going to make plays. And that's how the defense worked real well. Tariq Hill, thank you very much for the super chat. Will the Cowboys draft Darrell or Taylor Rapp? They brought Taylor Rapp in for a visit, so we'll have to wait and see. Who's there. That's the way the Cowboys are looking at everything right now, Tariq, is we've plugged the holes with the exception of running back. Tariq Hill. We plugged all the holes except for running back. And you can get a running back later in the draft. I'm not saying go ahead and draft the running back at second. H. Flores, 22, thank you very much. I'd sign Tank and trade him next year like you did Odell. No, you don't do that. If you're going to trade him now, because here's the thing. You know what Odell left behind? $16 million of cap hit. $16 million of cap money.
Well, the guy that picked up too, it was the same as keeping Odell Beckham Jr.
Right.
So for the same price that you paid the other wide receiver, kept him.
Yeah, no, you don't do that. No, if you're going to trade him now, because you don't want to sign him now, and then take that cap hit. That's just stupid.
Or
that's doing things the New York Giant way. And what have they done? One lately.
The shoulder gets worse.
Okay.
That's a possibility too. The shoulder can get worse.
D-Law's running out of land. He's really needs to get that shoulder worked on.
I know, because he
Yeah, you can't take that cap. If you're going to sign him, you're going to have to keep him. There's no ifs, ands, or buts on that, guys. No ifs, ands, or buts.
When DeMarcus Lawrence's shoulder gets worse, and then you try to trade him next year, his value would go down.
Dak's first year better than every. Well, yeah, without a doubt. And actually, I got the wrong one queued up here. Let me give a shout out to.
To who? Joseph Parker?
No. Where is it? Hold it. To Kickoff Commentary. And I recommend everybody go to that site. Okay? I borrowed just the beginning opening clip on it. Go to that site and watch the whole video because he really has the numbers. If you hate Dak Prescott or don't believe in him, at least just give the man a chance. Just take a look at it and just look at the numbers. Because I keep hearing the same thing from people. And I'm not saying that he's going to be Aaron Rodgers, that he's going to be Roger Staubach or anything else. But when you look at the numbers and what he's accomplished thus far, when you look at the leadership value that he has, and everything that's going on.
The history of the Dallas Cowboys
You gotta say,
easily
maybe it's better than we think it is.
Distinct eras. Don Meredith, Roger Staubach, Danny White, Troy Aikman, Tony Romo, and Dak Prescott. In the team's 59-year history, there have been a grand
Them boys
total of
27 and Troy Aikman. Thank you very much for the super
where
chats.
these men didn't take the field at least once. 5 of those seasons came in between Troy Aikman and Tony Romo's careers. There are many good things about all of them. To this point, all of them have winning records. All of them have more touchdowns than interceptions. And when you're talking about 52 out of 59 years of a team's history, these are pretty impressive numbers. The question always comes to mind, especially with this team, which one is the best? I'm sure most people would tell you it's Troy Aikman. 3 Super Bowls. Beats everybody else. Personally, I think I would tell you it's Tony Romo. Best statistics, was the quarterback that I grew up with. I feel like that's probably a big answer for a lot of people, is who they grew up with. But if you asked me, by the end of his career, who will be number 1 on this list by a mile, I would tell you it's this guy. Now I know what you're probably thinking. When a franchise has the level of history as the Cowboys do, saying that the current quarterback, or any current player for that matter, is going to be the best at that position, it's pretty incendiary. I understand. So we're going to break this down by going through Prescott piece by piece to why I have come to this conclusion that Dak is going to be the best quarterback in the history of the Dallas Cowboys. Starting from the beginning. In the 2016 NFL Draft, Dak Prescott was not the first quarterback off the board. He wasn't the second. No, Dak had to wait a little bit longer than that. He was the 8th quarterback taken in the 2016 NFL Draft. Round 4, pick 135. And it's really hard to blame Dallas for waiting so long to take quarterback this year. They thought they had their guy for at least the next several years in Tony Romo. And so Prescott's plan was, if he was ever to see the field, would be in garbage time situations when Romo had the team where it was supposed to be. That was until the final week of the preseason when Tony Romo suffered a severe back injury against the Seattle Seahawks, and Prescott was thrust into the starting role. Now, a lot of Cowboys fans were really nervous about how this would go. I remember a lot of people talking about how well could Dak hold the ship together, at least until Tony got back. And these fears were warranted after Week 1 when the Cowboys lost to the Giants. But then something happened. The Cowboys won. And they won again until they had won 11 games in a row. Dak Prescott's rookie season is the stuff of legends in the NFL. He was absolutely amazing, along with a healthy dose of that to running back Ezekiel Elliott, and the team finished with a league-best record of 13-3. Now, the season didn't end the way every Cowboys fan wanted to, as Aaron Rodgers beat them in the playoffs. However, here were some things that Dak Prescott did as a rookie. Prescott tied the all-time rookie quarterback wins record with 13, tied the Cowboys' all-time wins in a season record with 13, and set the record for most passes without an interception to start a career by passing Tom Brady's mark of 162. All of this earned Prescott the 2016 Offensive Rookie of the Year award. Not bad for a 4th-round pick. Or is it? I'm sure many of you watching are familiar with the Brady Six, but if you are not, this refers to the 6 quarterbacks selected ahead of Tom Brady in the 2000 NFL Draft. Now, I don't think we'll have the same situation for the guys ahead of Dak Prescott, but for a moment, let's look at the Prescott 7. Let's divide these guys down to see who we can get to the real players from this list. Some simple questions. Are they still on an NFL roster? Oh, well, that takes out Hackenberg. Have they thrown for more touchdowns than interceptions? Oh, there goes Connor Cook and Paxton Lynch. Have they started at least 10 games in a season? See you later, Cody Kessler. And that leaves us with Carson Wentz, Jared Goff, and Jacoby Brissett. Now, Brissett did pass those original parameters, but he's really only been a backup in his career. His only season of actual extended play was when Andrew Luck was injured, and when Luck came back, he was back on the bench. So we're just going to throw Brissett out and say it's really down to these 3 guys, Wentz, Goff, and Prescott. Now, how do we rank these guys? It's hard to say. All of them have had successful careers to this point. Jared Goff got off to the slowest start of the bunch, but that was during the Jeff Fisher year, which, is it really fair to judge him for that? I don't know necessarily. But here's how Dak measures up against those guys. Prescott beats both Wentz and Goff in games played, games won, completions, completion percentage, passing yards, total touchdowns, fewest interceptions, and passer rating. I'm sure you all have reasons out there for saying that that doesn't make Prescott better than the other two. He's played more games, that is true. Wentz has been injured more, that's part of it. But I think that does...
G-Bug, thank you for the super chat.
The best availability is availability. Since he came into the league, Dak Prescott has not missed one game. Over the past couple seasons, Carson Wentz has. Jared Goff is a bit of an outlier here because it's hard to gauge where he's headed after that rough rookie season. He's improved since then, but Prescott has been consistently the best quarterback of the three. There are reasons to judge him. I don't think Dak is a perfect quarterback for certain, but versus these two peers, I think he does the best. But how does Dak do when the game is on the line?
We'll get this part in, and then we'll let you watch the rest of it for yourself.
The biggest knock against Tony Romo in his career was that he was a choker. And though I don't think that reputation was fairly earned, it was what stuck with him for his entire career. So let's look at how Dak Prescott, his successor, has done that same situation. This is a list of the top 5 quarterbacks with the most game-winning drives since 2016, when Prescott entered the NFL. Number 5 sits Case Keenum with 9. Number 4, Derek Carr, 11. Number 3 and number 2 are Matthew Stafford and Drew Brees with 13. And sitting alone at the top, at number 1 with 14 game-winning drives since 2016, is Dak Prescott.
So I'm going to let you guys go through and check out the rest of that video. My man has actually done an incredible job, done his research and stuff. Subscribe to him and definitely show him some love and stuff. He's got it down. And I know the bottom line is this. If you believe in Dak, it's just going to confirm to you what you believe. And if you hate Dak, you're still going to say that, you manipulated the statistics. D Saturday Freight, thank you very much for the super chat. So it's going to be one of those things that, you can't convince people of what they don't believe, and that's okay. Everybody can believe what they want to believe. I can believe that Dak Prescott is the real deal from a leadership standpoint, from a guy who gets it, a guy who gives back to the community, a guy who does his all, a guy who, to me, he looked like he actually, I tell you what, looking at him yesterday, he looked like he was ready to rock and roll right now. And I got to tell you, one thing that you have to love, and this is not a knock on Tony Romo or anything else, but understand the last few years of Tony Romo's career, where we were with him. Tony Romo was getting worked on or in recovery at this time of year. Now, our team starts working out April 15th, off-season workouts, weightlifting and running and conditioning drills. They have OTAs May 21st to the 23rd, the 28th through the 30th, and then June 3rd through June 6th, and then minicamp the 11th through the 13th of June. And then they're free until training camp opens. But we weren't able to have the team together and work out in the off-season. Dak's not getting surgery. Dak is working out. And Dak will get together with his wide receivers, and they will start working out together and getting themselves ready for the season. For Amari Cooper to come in and do what he did, and I got to tell you, Michael Anthony was actually a little disappointed yesterday. Troy Aikman just stopping by. Well, great to see you, Troy. Troy, we actually have something here that we were giving away last week, but DJ Mel didn't contact me, which was, boom, Troy Aikman. How do you like that one?
No, Troy Aikman's an ass.
Okay, all right. Don't say that so loud.
But it's true. Amari Cooper's quiet because that's his personality. I understand. I understood that one. I'm going to leave that.
Okay. So, Michael Anthony, who rudely interrupted, basically went over with Amari Cooper. And Amari Cooper is very, very quiet, very reserved. And I ain't mad about that. I don't need a loudmouth wide receiver diva at all. Thomas Garrett, thank you very much for the super chat. I'm okay with the wide receiver that just goes out, does his work, and that's that. I'm good with that. Now, I can't wait to have those guys. I can't wait to have those guys working out all off season. They'll get together. Maybe they'll go to Miami and stuff and have a fishing trip again, do some working out and things in Florida. Just be careful in Florida. Bad things happen to other teams' players and owners in Florida. So Dak and any Dallas Cowboy player, be careful when you go to Florida. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Just watch your back, okay? Get somebody else to drive you. Stay out of the clubs and the bars, okay? All right? Just do that, because I need you guys. You know the NFL is just itching and scratching, just waiting to get a Dallas Cowboy player, okay? They're just waiting, okay? Because you see TMZ came out today with Rico Gather's arrest video for weed from last year. Yet I ain't seen anything about Robert Kraft. Have you? Anybody? Anybody seen anything about Robert Kraft? Oh, okay. And how many different angles have we seen of Tyrone Crawford? So, anyway, Amari Cooper, very, very laid back. Very laid back, very shy almost, and reserved. I'm good with that. Like I said, I don't need a guy who's give me the damn ball, you know, or a guy who's in your face. Just go out and do your business. So the fact that we've got Dak Prescott healthy, the fact that our wide receivers, with the exception of Allen Hurns, are all healthy too, that they can start working out together. Oh, yeah, Anita Taylor, you didn't see the picture where they had Dak, Zeke was there, La'el Collins. La'el Collins, it was basically like a scene from Jaws, where you looked at it and it was kind of like, I think they need a bigger boat. I mean, seriously, because I was like, you know, if La'el Collins leans a little bit to one side, that sucker's going over. So I hope they get a bigger boat. And definitely have fun, enjoy yourself, you know, stay out the club. Just stay. You got, Troy, you've said you had to go a couple of times, man. It's just hard to leave me. Is that what it is, Troy? Is that what it is? Okay, well, you know, Troy, have your people call my people, and we'll get you on the channel. How about that? Goodbye, everybody. Why you got to be a couple of months, man? It's the off season. You ain't got nothing to do right now. You got nothing to do. Thanks for the support. Yeah, Thomas Garrett. Now I want to go. So I'm hoping that we'll see those guys working out together, getting their stuff going, and getting ready for the season. Because in past years we've had Tony Romo recovering from back surgery or shoulder surgery, you know, where they're shaving off some of the bone and things like that, and not being able to throw till like late at camp. And when it came to practice, not a game now, practice, he would always have a Thursday off. The fact that we got a guy who can be working there with timing routes, and we are not in the position that we were last year where we had a group of guys at wide receiver, where everybody was new, where you had masking tape on the helmet. What's your name again? Who are you? Okay, all right. The fact that we now have playmakers, we got speed, we got guys that can play inside, outside. We, all of a sudden, could be in a much better position to be able to go long. And I'm going to put this out here, and I want to get your opinion on this. The problem for our Dallas Cowboys since the 90s is this. Either we've had a really good defense or we've had a really good offense. And that's the problem. In 2014, we had a top 10 offense, but our defense was ranked 19th. It was better than the year before. 2013, we were 32nd. We sucked. Thank you very much, Lacey. I appreciate the kind words. We sucked on defense, with the exception of one thing. We got a lot of takeaways. We were second in the NFL. But the defense has gotten better, but now the offense kind of fell back. Last year, the defense was really good. And the first half of the season, the offense was not great. got better as the season went on, ended up about middle of the pack. But now that we have wide receivers, Michael Gallup can go deep. He showed that he can go deep, okay? We know Amari Cooper can take it to the house anywhere. He can play inside. He can play in the slot. So as opposed to us always having Des Bryant running 5 routes on the outside, where they figure out down and distance pretty much with about 80% or better, knowing exactly what route he's going to run. Troy Aikman, thank you very much for the super chat. And I hope you do check back soon. And we'll keep on smiling. Okay. That now you can go ahead and put Cooper with a mismatch in the slot. You got Randall Cobb, if healthy, you can put him on the outside. You can put him inside. You can put him out the backfield. He can do a reverse. He can do all kinds of things. You can have Michael Gallup going deep. And the fact that you have Blake Jarwin, who got better as the season went on, hopefully he can learn more from Jason Witten. He can block. He can catch. And you have Jason Witten, who you hopefully will use strategically, who can block, who can catch. And here's the great thing about having Jason Witten. To me, I've said this, and I probably like a broken record, but to me, a lot of times, Dak Prescott was holding onto the ball because it was like, where's Jason Witten? Jason Witten was a security blanket, just like Jay Novacek was a security blanket for Troy Aikman. When the blitz was there, when everybody's covered, you knew I can get rid of it to that guy and get a short gain. And if I can get a 5, 6, 7, 8 yard gain as opposed to a sack on, say, 10 of those, all of a sudden those are first downs. Those are manageable third down plays. Those are things that are going to help this offense continue to go. And I think that this offense with Zeke Elliott, and now when you go into 12 personnel, we were in 12 personnel before, and you had Rico out there, and you had Blake Jarwins or Goff Swam, pretty much you knew it was going to be a running play. That is purely the Cowboys' running formation. So it's going to be Zeke between the tackles. You get 8 men in the box. And our offensive line, more times than not, would open up a hole. But what you got now, oh, Nelly. What you got now is you can put Amari Cooper outside. You can put Blake Jarwin outside. Excuse me. God, I'm having a brain fart. Michael Gallup on the other side. You got Blake Jarwin. You got Jason Witten. 12 personnel. You got Zeke in the backfield. And this is where hopefully Dak Prescott gets more latitude on what he can call. Because it's going to be predicated on what the defense gives you. If you're the defensive coordinator, you see basically 7 offensive linemen. 7 guys right there. And Zeke Elliott in the backfield. More than likely, you're going to have to put the safety in the box. 8-man front, right? So that means I've got one-on-one on Amari Cooper. I got one-on-one on Michael Gallup. I'm Dak. Y'all go routes. Just take it deep. Get Jason Witten and Jarwin, block for an instant. Go ahead and do a crossing route in the seam. There's no way they can cover all of that. So now you're less predictable. So instead of always lining up with Dez on the outside, maybe you got Randall Cobb on the outside, Amari Cooper in the slot. Maybe you're flip-flopping. You're able to do so many more things that all of a sudden you're going to confuse defenses. And with the addition of Travis Frederick, you're adding a Pro Bowl offensive lineman back into your offensive line. You're going to get a Zach Martin who's healed up, who was on one leg all season. And hopefully Tyron Smith can keep from being out for more than 3 games, but at least you got a Cam Fleming who can step in. I think this offense will be a top 10. And if you can get DeMarcus Lawrence signed on the defense, and now when you look at losing Randy Gregory and David Irving, who? Robert Quinn who had 6.5 sacks, which would have been second on our team last year, on the outside, and Miami was not using him correctly. You get Rod Martinelli working with that guy on the outside, and now we got some fresh bodies in there in the middle. Whew. If you get a good pass rush, and now we don't have to worry about an Odell Beckham in the division either. You don't know if Carson Wentz can stay healthy. And is Case Keenum going to be the quarterback for the Redskins? And who's he going to throw to? Do we draft high another O-line man or a D-line? Joshua, if you're Vosh will say offensive line. He will say offensive line. I will say best player available. Ideally, you got to start thinking about Tyron Smith down the road. You don't know how many more good years he's going to have left with that back. I get that. Travis Frederick, you don't know how he will ultimately respond from the, I can't think of it, the blood condition that he had. Zach Martin, I'm not worried about. You have to worry about Lyle Collins. Is he the real deal? Or do you play him this year and then say, let him go because he costs too much? I get an offensive line. Me, personally, I say you go for the best player available because somebody is going to fall. It may be a run on quarterbacks. You might get 5 quarterbacks before we pick. It may be a run on defensive linemen. They may be all off the board. Tight end, you look really more in the 3rd round probably, but you may be able to get a great wide receiver. You may be able to get a great offensive lineman. You may be able to get a pass rusher. But what you want to get, and the way I always look at any draft, if you can get 3 things. If you can get an impact player, a guy from day one that makes a difference on your team. 2, you get a second starter. 3, you get a special team standout. And 4, you get some depth. If you get those things in one draft, you are ahead of the curve. You can look at last year, we got that. The year before, we didn't, and you could see how it affected our team a bit. You know, we still are looking at Taco and wondering, is he the guy? And if you're wondering, oh, man, Taco. I felt bad for Taco yesterday. We're here at the autograph signing. We got Michael Irvin, of course. You know, thank God he's cancer-free. You got Troy Aikman, who never looked up when he was doing the autograph signing. You had Emmitt Smith, who was checking to make sure he wasn't going to miss his flight. Okay? We had Dak Prescott getting his shirt. And, you know, the thing about Dak that I love, oh, my God, I loved it. My friend Maria has been like one of the oldest fans, not oldest as an age, but longest fans of Jobu. She was there with us, and, you know, she got the pictures and stuff with Dak, and she was just like, her and her daughters were just on 7th heaven. So they went through the autograph, they got her football autographed and their pictures and things and all that, and it was great. They loved it. And I still got the camera on, and it was great because Dak is looking at her, and she's walking away. He said, hey, come here. And she's like, what? And he signed her shirt. You know, it was a pink Stand Up for Cancer shirt. Didn't pay for it or anything like that. It was just out of his heart. He turned around, let me sign this for you. And that's genuine. You cannot fake that. Troy Aikman, he was there for the money. Didn't raise his head up. Don't take any pictures of me. I don't want to be seen. Sign next. Taco. They have all the lines set up for the players, so that way you know which line to go in. They got a little fence in there, so that way all the people for that one that have paid for that can go there. They got a nice sign made up for all the players. Taco's was handwritten. It didn't even look like it was handwritten with a Sharpie. It looked like it was done with pencil. Taco. you talk about somebody that's been forgotten. The reason that they went out and got Robert Quinn is they don't have faith in Taco. I'm not ready to give up on him yet because pass rushing takes time. And maybe all of this slice of humble pie will make him hungry. And let's be honest, the Cowboys have drafted really well. And you can't hit on everything. And maybe Taco is the Morris Claiborne. My hubby and all his brothers talk football as well. Oh, I know what. Darn it, I forgot to load something in here. There was actually, I met a lot of great fans yesterday at the autograph signing, and it was really, really cool. And I meant to actually save this clip because it's not the first time I've heard this. But this guy comes over and says, hey, man, I love your show and everything else. Man, I'm so glad to meet you and everything. I took a picture with him and stuff, and we're talking football and things. He said, my wife's around here somewhere. She has something to say to you. I'm like, oh, Lord, here we go again. And she came up and she said that every time she turns around, she's hearing my voice, and he's always watching. She's like, you're watching him again? It's like, yeah, I get that a lot. So I'll try and slow down on the videos a bit because, you know, I get a little bit of, damn, is he on again? But, you know, it's with the Dallas Cowboys, and I'm trying to bring up anything that happens to keep you guys going. So, you know, there's that. When I say taco, they say taco, tacos, tacos, tacos. Well, I would, you know what? I would love Taco to step it up. I would love to see him go through. But understand, when the Cowboys drafted him, this is the thing that is different for this year versus that year. Going into that season, DeMarcus Lawrence was not DeMarcus Lawrence we have now. Nobody was talking about DeMarcus Lawrence playing lights out. DeMarcus Lawrence the year before had 1 sack, was suspended for 4 games for PEDs, and had back surgery. So going to that season, did you think that he was going to be the guy? No. No. We were thinking that guy's a bust. Kathy Green. I think we did, Kathy. I've got the pictures of the shirt at the last go-round. I think that it's on there. I can't guarantee it, but I got to go back through and look and see. And I've gotten a lot of messages lately, so I'm trying to go through them. I don't always have time to respond to all of them, but actually tomorrow, hourly videos, not less. Okay, hourly videos, not less. Okay, trying to get me shut down. Tomorrow, I'm going to have to actually catching a flight at 7 a.m. So actually, I've got to be up at like 4 in the morning because I've got to go out to my daughter's, help her move and stuff. So I'll have a time to actually go through, look at all my emails and stuff, and try and respond to everybody. So forgive me. It's been kind of crazy between the trip and working on that kitchen I've been working on and running around trying to keep up with all the news of the Cowboys. I really wish I could clone myself so that way I could have somebody to do all the paperwork, then I could do all the fun stuff. So, Richard Normus, thank you very much. Your girlfriend, oh man, Dickie Normus, you don't want to have your girlfriend mad. Oh, because you're watching the Jobu. Well, tell her it's only 6 minutes left. And if Michael will come back out, I'll get him to pick up. I don't see Stephanie in tonight. Where's Stephanie? Oh, my goodness. Michael, are you anywhere close by? Huh? She was on your stream? Oh. Okay, Stephanie. It's like that, huh? Okay. If Michael will come through here and pull. Okay. He's pulling some food out of the oven before it burns here. But these are, let me say to all you guys, these are all super chats, all of you guys that have helped to support the channel. I appreciate that. We are working on growing a whole bunch of stuff. And with, you'll see Cowboys Experience, I think down over here. Cowboys Experience is going to be helping this channel go to a whole nother level. We're going to be doing possibly a meet and greet with a couple of players here in Virginia. That's right. We're going to do a meet and greet with some players up here. We're working on having a tailgate. You've seen my tailgates before. We're going to have a really big tailgate.
Mr. Ed Oliver said he might come.
Ed Oliver might even come. Okay. All right. So, what we're doing tonight, because of our great fan, Joseph Hartley, these are coins farewell to Texas Stadium collection. Man, you've got Jason Witten. You've got Terrell Owens. Damn.
Okay.
DeMarcus Ware. Okay, go ahead, Mike. Pull.
When you said Terrell Owens, that's my
T.O. Well, hey, look.
He's in the
Tony Romo.
T.O.'s in the Hall of Fame, so.
Yeah, Hall of Famer, right. And soon to be Hall of Famer, DeMarcus Ware. Okay, so who's our winner chicken dinner? Who is it?
Morrison.
Stuart Morris or Savette Morrison? Savette Morrison? Savette Morrison? Savette, can you see that? Or was light? Okay, Savette Morrison. Stevet Morrison. Okay, you are the winner of the coins. Try and email me. Let's see if I can. Email me at this. Oh, nope, that's not it. That's the website. Email me at this. This is actually my email address. Okay, hopefully I got this right. Yay, okay. CowboysMark94 at gmail.com. Stuvette Morrison. Me and my chicken scratch. You are the winner of this coin set. Farewell to Texas Stadium. Bam. So as always, guys, I appreciate the support and things. And we're doing some other things with the channel. We're going to be doing a whole lot of things that we're going to keep upgrading and bringing you more and more coverage and things. And I can't thank everybody enough for all the support that you guys have done. I am excited as can be about Randall Cobb or Cole Beasley. Are you kidding me? Cobb, if he's healthy, without a doubt, is more versatile. Beasley is basically a slot guy. Randall Cobb can play outside. He can play inside. He can. And he's faster. He can take it to the house. I mean, there's no. If both guys are healthy, you take Randall Cobb. Lights out. What's up, my Cowboys family? Now, Joshua Branson, thank you very much for the super chat. Thanks for the content, for restoring my faith in Dak. Oh yeah, I tell you what's funny. Okay, let me go ahead and get this straight, because Joshua, I think you were the one that commented about Tony Romo coming back, and I think I said, oh, did that give you a Woody? Okay, I'm sorry, Romosexuals. I shouldn't have. And Michael was like, you just took it too far, Dad. I think my son wanted to disown me. It was funny today with it being April Fool's. Everybody was emailing me. They were texting me. Hell, I think I saw some signal fires out there about Tony Romo's coming back to the Cowboys. And it was kind of like, if he comes back, why do you think the Cowboys want him to come back?
Unless he want to announce it.
They kind of persuaded him to retire, because they didn't really want to trade him. They wanted him to kind of end. And don't think that I hate Tony Romo, because I don't. But see, there is life beyond football. And when you've seen some of these guys after football, when I met Jim Kelly, this was not Jim Kelly, this is Jim Kelly before he had cancer. This was in Dallas at the Super Bowl. So what was that, 2011? And I was like, Jim Kelly, I would love to get a picture with you. He's sitting down on a sofa. He said, sure, but you're going to have to sit down on the sofa because I can't get up. When you have Brad Johnson, who is younger than me, whose biggest thing he has to do, or hardest thing to do, is to get out of the bed, to get his feet on the floor. Oh, Stephanie, I just said you weren't here. I was like, where's Stephanie? I'm sorry you have a migraine. I believe me, I know when I get a migraine, it's just like I have to just go in a room when it's dark, turn off the lights. I feel for you. Prayers for you, Stephanie. So I was happy that Tony Romo retired, because he's got kids. He's got a wife. He's got a life. He's made money. Yeah, you'd want him to get a ring. But at some point, you got to live life. So that's where I was with Tony Romo in there. It wasn't about hating Tony Romo. It's he can't stay healthy anymore, and he's going to hurt himself. So I'm happy for him that he's got himself together, he's getting paid, and so on. And then there was mine. When I did it, I figured everybody knew that it was April Fool's, that Jerry Jones called me and said that I'm going to be the official channel, YouTube channel for the Dallas Cowboys, and that they were hiring me, and that Jobu was going to be in a locker next to Rowdy, and they're going to pay him in rum and cigars, that everybody would get that was a April Fool's joke. But, Jerry, if you want to call me or call my people, Jerry, if you want to call my people, or excuse me, I don't have people. If you want to call me and offer me a job with the Dallas Cowboys to try and help spread some mojo for the Cowboys, by all means. My email address is up on the board right now, cowboysmark94@gmail.com. So, with that being said, guys, it is now time for me to go pack because I've got to get up early and go see my daughter. I haven't seen her since Christmas, and I just can't wait to see her. But as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Jobu Sports Report. Thank everybody for the super chats. Remember, go to Dak Prescott Stand Up for Cancer, and if you end up doing a donation on there, go ahead and email me and let me know so that way I can enter you, because next Monday we'll be giving away this shirt, Power of 4, Dak Prescott Stand Up for Cancer. Okay? And if you haven't seen the video, check it out. Okay, because all of you guys who signed the shirt or had the shirt signed, you have now been a part of giving something back to our quarterback. And I feel great about that whole thing. So as always, guys, thank you for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Jobu Sports Report. But it's time to turn out the lights.
The party's over. They say that all good things must end. Call it a night. The party's over, and tomorrow and next year starts the same old thing again.